surprise if you're already joining us. Hi, folks. I'll be there.
It's the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen. Of course, weird things happen.
So
But yay, we're live. We made it to another Wednesday.
Ping.
Okay.
Ping. Here's Peter. Here's Roberta. Here's
Hello, Doug,
Hello.
Aaron, Peter, Roberta.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Yay! I'm so excited that you're here. So, weird Thanksgiving this year. The drinks aren't necessarily weird, but the Thanksgiving is because...
things. I don't have to tell you.
We don't have to tell you.
You know what it's all about.
Yeah, if you've
100%.
been at all conscious lately, you know. So
if you haven't, you might want to wake up a little.
The travel ban. Well, I don't, not travel ban, but I mean like
restrictions. If
my family wanted to come to New York for Thanksgiving, let's say, they would have to quarantine for 14 days or keep getting tested and blah, blah, blah. And that wouldn't be here that long. So we won't be hosting Thanksgiving for the first time in a long time, which is a little depressing, but we're going to make the best of it.
The first time in about 25 years where it's just the two of us.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh, Doug says Hooper moved his cast to early Wednesday and gave us a shout. Oh, that's
awesome.
So sweet. I tuned in for a second right before we went live. So
we're kind of busy
so
getting
sweet.
prepped.
I appreciate that.
If he's a permanent move, I'll throw him on in the background while we put ourselves together. That's awesome.
We should do a
Hooper.
We should do a what do you call it? Collaboration. But anyway, I'm just trying to give you guys some love because you're here.
Yeah, well,
Thank you. So anyway, so we're gonna be. Long story short, it will be the two of us this Thanksgiving.
Just the two of us,
which will be lovely because
we'll make it work.
We get along.
We might just go live a little bit in there. You'll be watching for us,
but it will be different. It will be different. So we have some drinks to smooth over the rough edges.
Mike is noting until it's time to go to the grocery.
I know, I saw that.
Do you have liquor in your grocery store? Watch, and then maybe you can make your laundry list.
See?
It's good. I check out the folks over on the Facebook here. We're not trying to discriminate. It hasn't gone live yet.
Videos.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay.
Ping.
He'll get it.
I said ping.
All right.
Really? Oh, no.
Live. Live. There you go.
I thought we were right there. Here we are.
All right.
There are the nuts.
He's got it.
There they are.
Okay.
There are the nuts.
Weird Thanksgiving. But the Macy's parade will only be one block, but it is happening, and that is the important thing.
It's going down. There will be bands. There will not be high school bands, apparently. There will be some Broadway.
Will be over 18.
Broadway shows will be performing.
Yes. There will be Broadway shows performing. Santa will be showing up, most importantly of all, because, the man with the bag.
Man with the bag, the end of the parade, that's sort of like ushering in the season Macy's Classics.
So it will be a different Macy's parade, but it will be happening.
So there we go.
Hi, Ed and Keith. Hello. Oh,
definitely.
Keith, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Oakwood Beach, baby. Definitely.
Thank you.
What was happening down there on the shore today? Probably a little stormy. We had our share. I bet you did too.
Yeah. Hi, Sandra.
Started coming down pretty hard too. But that's okay. It was pretty warm. Still enjoying it. Still, it's been very good while I've had to work outside and got a lot of that done together. And front steps look really good. Gotta say, kind of proud.
I know our home improvement is actually starting to pay off.
Things are
a little bit
looking the way they're supposed to be, and many of the interior things for which we had to put a whole ton of stuff out of the way and crammed into strange piles is being reshelved where it's supposed to be. Tiki room still needs a bit of work. We're getting there.
Or just the piles are getting buried.
Piles are getting buried. They're getting smaller. That's what's happening. Had to deal with the mess of wires out there, but that's actually starting to come together nicely and better than it was. So I definitely can give a big shout out to that. And if it continues to be reasonable enough, we might just do one more in the tiki room before the season gives out. Could be tropical time.
Our tiki room is a disaster area.
At current, yes. I wouldn't do out there right now. Kind of hard to find.
We had to completely pack up because we got new windows and electrical outlets. So I'd love to think the tiki room will be back in shape soon, but I'm not sure about that.
We're working very hard. But in the meantime, we're also dry. And
hello, Brent.
Yeah. Hey.
Yay! Thank you for joining us.
Peter's calling for a cocktail, so I guess we should get something of that going.
The parade is still going on. And I don't care if it's only one block. I love the Macy's parade.
Hey,
so
you watch it, you watch it. They pivoted.
They did pivot.
We've all
and
had to
hats
do so.
off to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, that calls for a drink. Maybe I'll call this one, The Parade Must Go On.
The parade must go on.
Let's
Some of these needed
sure
names, so very good. Yeah.
Okay.
Before too long.
So this one is going to, you know what? I'm not even going to explain. I'm not explaining these days.
You don't need to explain.
The parade goes on. Okay. So, I'm starting with wild turkey again because...
Well, there we go. Good place to be.
Oh my gosh.
In case we made a dent in the wild turkey.
How did that happen?
We had 2 or 3 live broadcasts using wild turkey, and it gets down.
Well,
you know, it's only a liter. It's like the big box of wine. The big box of wine says 34 glasses. You're like, there's 5 liters in here.
Like, this was 15 glasses tops.
34 glasses of wine. If there's 2 of you, that's a 17-day supply. It's not even a month. The box of wine doesn't last. Neither does the bottle.
The parade goes on, starts with 2 ounces of wild turkey.
And I think
and
blackberry.
Yes, a ½ ounce of blackberry liqueur. I chose this. I always like to use blackberry. It feels like a winter liqueur to me, but I discovered this in the back of the bar. I didn't even realize we had it. So
sometimes things get a little buried. It's good to drag them out from time to time.
A ½ ounce of blackberry liqueur. And then a ½ ounce of fresh lime juice. I've already tried this one, and I know it's really good, which is why I'm starting with it. Okay.
I'm going to move you into position here.
Thank you. ½ ounce
little help.
Fresh lime juice. I appreciate
Make
that.
a little room there. You're going to need some room to shake.
Okay.
If you want to pass me
and
that tin, I will ice you up.
All right. Here you go.
Sounds fair.
Thank you. And then 3 dashes of cardamom bitters. These are Fee Brothers. Pretty darn available online.
You could be able to get those easily.
Fee Brothers cardamom bitters.
The paren on that is Boker's style. So it's really an attempt at a Boker bitters.
If you get Boker's bitters, that would be
Boker's hasn't been made in 100 years.
No, someone's doing a substitute.
There are new versions of Boker's.
Yeah.
I've had a new version of Boker's that doesn't taste like this, so I guess there's some variation in the barrel.
Surprise.
But these are good. These actually are pretty fun.
But yes, these are. I recommend getting the Fees. They're pretty darn
available. Good.
So,
they have a very strong sassafras hit.
Why not get those?
Chilled cocktail glass, perhaps.
Thank you.
Oh, why not?
Straight into your cocktail glass. And this one is spicy without being obnoxious. I should write a cocktail column. It's spicy without being obnoxious.
I'm not entirely sure we're live on YouTube. Checking that out right now.
Innocent and jejune.
It's a jejune.
Did you click on the link?
You know, I'm going to go backwards. I did that a second ago. I'm going to restart that. We are live. We are going here.
Click on the link.
It gave me like a black page a second ago. It still gave me a black page. What's going on here? Anybody? YouTube, we live? I can't see comments.
Let me...
Hello? I want to manipulate that. I want to check this out going on here. Hello, turkeys!
Hi!
Sandy and Jerry, hello!
Oh, hey, Sandy and Jerry, hello! Okay.
I will sample this again.
I know. Kind of sampled it last night, but...
I kind of did. So did you.
I did.
I did.
I said I did. Okay. That could go away. This can stay because there's a little more.
Oh, there is a dribble.
Let me try to figure this out on YouTube. I don't know. No.
Strange thing. Yeah. What's going on YouTube?
Trying. It says we started streaming 9 minutes ago.
Apparently so. Still hearing.
If you're watching on YouTube...
Hi!
I just don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
We're trying to make things go. Let me get on my phone and see you check it out.
Hates us. I don't know what to say.
Hates us, yeah. From time to time, these services really, really do dislike what we do.
You really get what you pay for. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, there is that factor, and there is no doubt.
All right, you know what? I'll just let me make one last attempt.
One last try here.
Okay,
And if you're watching on Facebook, we can definitely see your comments. We are responding as we speak.
All right, let me
folks.
just make one last attempt. And if it doesn't work, it says we're live.
Weird, weird, weird. Hey, the name of the show is Weird Thanksgiving, so there you go.
And I like the option they give you that's like the easiest to use is delete forever. I'm like, no, I don't want to delete it forever.
Yeah, sure. I'll just kill this right now.
Okay, wait.
Why not?
Hold on. Stream health.
Why is that the big idiot button there?
We have, an error occurred.
Oh, it did. Please try again later.
Please try again later.
Well, okay, that's fun. Perhaps we will.
You know
So
what?
if you're watching or not watching on YouTube, I don't know what to tell you. Trying. Switch to Facebook.
I'm not going to end my stream, but I'm going to. I got this. Entertain the people, please.
I don't mind if I do entertain the people.
Okay, thank you.
So the simple fact is you can join us any which way you choose. Right. We were just talking about the big parade, and I will repeat again, is happening. You should be able to find it on the usual conduits. I think our usual conduit is like some odd channel up on YouTube, sponsored by somebody. That was strange, but we were able to get the parade for years without having network. If you have network, I'm sure you just choose one of the big guys, and away you go. Marvelous. Obviously, it's going to be a bit different, but there will be bands, there will be Broadway, there will be the man with the bag. So, hey, that's a celebration right there.
Santa will be there. And
Macy's pivoted. Just like in the movies.
Right.
Macy's said, hey, if we don't have it, go to Gimbals. You can't do that these days,
we
fellas.
just watched that again.
We just watched that again. No, it's terrific. It's well done. But you can't send people to Gimbals these days. You can't send
you
them
really can't.
Can't send them to Stearns either. I'm starting to wonder where you could send them. As a matter of fact, the May companies. I think that still exists as a holding company, but I'm getting way out of my league here. Can't tell you. In the meantime, we are working on some unusual drinks. We were working with things that we had sort of at the back bar, like you were saying, the Blackberry. That was kind of fun. I kind of like blackberry liqueur or blackberry brandy. That's a good little thing to throw into some drinks from time to time. You might have a bottle at the back of your bar. You might be wondering, what do I do with this stuff? I've got most of a bottle of this stuff. It's a very common thing. I think Eastern European countries frequently will produce a blackberry brandy. And the sort of thing that, maybe like your grandparents had a bottle in their house and had a nip every once in a while, but you never think of mixing with it. It's actually a pretty good mixer. So, well, hello.
Yay. Error on YouTube. I know. I don't know what's going on. Oh, wait. Lori says she can see us fine. Okay. Hi, Amy and Lori.
I'm going to check this out.
Okay. You know what? No, I don't know. Andrew!
No, I'm interested.
Oh, my God. Oregon Stop Pizza. Was that what you were talking about?
I was not, as a matter of fact. However,
Oregon Stop Pizza was one of the most fun things I've ever done in my life.
Actually, Oregon Stop, absolutely worth your time. I think there used to be 3 or 4 locations. Now there's just the one. But the main location, which is that in Mesa, is Oregon Stop?
Yes.
Yep. Is well worth your time. The main attraction is the fact that they have a huge Wurlitzer. It's this massive theater organ, and the pipes are just all around the room and all the instruments. It's unbelievable. The organ itself is on a riser, so between shows you don't see, and then suddenly it rises up, and there's the man, and he starts playing, and he takes requests. That's the kicker. You got to request something really
Eileen
fun.
Can see us. Hi, Eileen.
If you're Tropical Persuasion, you want to request Quiet Village, he's got it. But when we were there, I believe played that funky music.
On the organ.
Yeah,
It was just one of the best things I've ever done in my life.
Absolutely amazing. And I will say, we didn't sample their entire menu, but the pizza was really good. So it's not just gimmicky. Well, it's actually a very good pie.
I think they just have. Well, I thought you meant drink. I was like, it's mostly beer, but it was really, really, really fun. So, hi, Arnie. If you can go to Oregon Stop Pizza, anyone in Mesa, Arizona, just do it. Just do it. So great. If you like Kitsch, so much fun. And like you said, you can request songs. They have a little box up on the stage where you can write out your request with a little golf pencil and put it in the box. It's so great.
That's a lot of fun. Yeah, this is us up on the YouTube right now.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Did everything exactly the same as usual.
If you
so
can see us,
I'm just going to call this
Arnie
YouTube
says
snafu.
Facebook is fine. Okay,
All right,
thank you.
fine. So stick with Facebook. This is why we go live in a number of places. When one of them screws
oh
up.
my gosh, Abra, Shakey's. I grew up with Shakey's.
Oh yeah.
Shakey's.
In Albany.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Thank you so much for the flashback. I love that.
We start to
Yay.
talk about multiple pizza joints that had an organ. It's
Yes.
like a motif. And that's a fun thing from back in the day. And the truth is that a lot of them were being decommissioned from theaters that were being torn down. So suddenly there were a lot of organs available. It's unfortunate for the theaters. Our local theater actually lost its organ, but then got another organ. So now we have a classic movie palace that does have its Wurlitzer organ with a big sound system. Kind of fun.
I'm just thinking about Shakey's when I was a kid. And I don't, you got to tell me if your Shakey's was like this, but they had this big picture window so you could watch them making the pizza. Yes, I can talk. You could watch them making the pizza. And then they had all the ingredients in little containers. And then there was the refrigerator said Isaboxa on it.
Isaboxa.
And I didn't know what that meant. It was like Icaboxa. I'm like, Isaboxa? What's that?
Funny guys.
Like when I got older, I was like, oh, they're riffing on Italian.
Isaboxa.
I get it, but yeah, but it was so funny. Oh, Carlos, straw hat. Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
So many flashbacks. Oh, Arnie Lashiki Abra. Oh yeah, I'm so happy you mentioned that. Thank you.
Excellent. Yeah. Didn't we have a Shakey's Pizza like maybe 10 years ago when we were out there? I think we did.
We did. Oh, we went to Shakey's when we went to Amy's wedding.
That sounds about right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is,
okay.
That's going to take you back.
Potato wedges. Oh my gosh. I love that this happened.
Hello.
Appreciate
well,
that.
happy
Yay.
accidents, and all because Aaron mentioned the Organ Stop Pizza, which we saw just last year after we've had a record for years, which was some guy playing an organ stop. I think it was at the Tucson location, or was it? No, it was.
It was the original location.
The original location was, I think,
somewhere in Phoenix.
Phoenix. Yeah, I think it was Phoenix.
Yeah.
So that's what that. But we saw the Mesa location. Boy, that was fun. Yeah.
Which is just funny because on the record it looks like it's out in the middle of nowhere. But of course that whole area is developed.
Completely
since then,
built up by
so
now.
It's not in the middle of nowhere now.
Not anymore.
I think it might even have. Was it in the location we were at? I don't know.
I don't know. I'll have to see exactly in the record.
Yeah, but anyway.
Time for me to mix something up, I guess.
You could just go to that here. This is easier.
Okay, well, that's fine. Ping! I don't think we
All right.
made this one either. And
that was yours that you made last night.
Might as well start with.
Spoiler alert, it's good.
It's good. Well, yeah. We're not just experimenting on this one.
It's good.
Unlike certain recipe books I can name, we test all this stuff. So, 2 ounces of amber rum using Kitsch-en. A good place to start if you happen to have something else that you like a lot.
You make it sound like you're talking about a particular. You make it sound like you're talking about a particular recipe book.
I think I've seen a few recipe books, come to think of it, that I could name check as, did you test all of these? And the simple fact is I kind of think no.
No. Well, I know from, I don't know, should I even leave it on YouTube? That just failed.
We can't start again, can we?
No. Well, I don't know. I suppose I could end the broadcast on, no, I can't.
No.
Never mind.
No,
we're
in
use.
If you're if you just switched over from YouTube because you're like, gee, like nothing was happening, I thought I might try Facebook. Gotcha. I understand. It's dead in the water. Sorry. We did exactly the same as we usually do.
Anyway.
Live
video.
I reached to the back of the shelf and I found peach brandy. Oh. Well, that's not something that's necessarily going to make you think of fall, but it might be when you reach to the back of the shelf there around Thanksgiving and say, what do we have? Oh, peach brandy. That sounds interesting. What the hell do I do with that?
The liquor store's closed. What do I have
that I can mix with? What do I do with this stuff anyway? Well, you're probably not going to do a shot of it, but you could actually mix up one of these.
Although our local liquor store is open on Thanksgiving. Ask us how we know.
Yeah, ask us what kind of brisk business they're doing. Brisk.
We went in there on Thanksgiving a few years ago, and like that place was.
I mean, it's not like there's a whole ton of people waiting online. They're in, they're out. They're in, they're out. But while you're there,
crazy,
coming and going, and going. So they are busy.
Yep.
But definitely, I wanted to throw a lot of bitters in here. And I wanted to use something, again, from the back of the shelf.
Hi,
I don't
David.
use too much. So I went with the Molasses Bitters from Fee Brothers. This is an unusual one. You don't use too much. But I was thinking, oh, your holiday baking and pies and things. Molasses. There we go. And I said, let's really give it a hit
They work well.
that you can actually tell. 8 dashes. There we go. Kind of a messy 8 dashes, but that's about right.
It was about 13 dashes. But...
It was, only 8 came out, though. And 5 dashes of the ginger bitters from Hella. These are fun, and these are unique, and I don't know too many ginger bitters. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
It's a lot of bitters, but they're good.
A lot of bitters.
But they're good.
Sometimes I like a big, heavy hit of bitters. Shake with ice.
Oh, okay. Everyone's saying YouTube is majorly... Okay, Arnie says YouTube is majorly down.
95. Okay.
We're getting a lot of...
I don't feel singled out.
Oh, Doug's asking if we ever got pizza delivery on the boat. Not that I recall, but I know you could. I'm sure other people got pizza delivered on
I don't
the
doubt
boat.
that. Like, yeah, you would have done it.
I'm positive people from the club were getting pizza delivery on the boat.
And, of course, straight into a cocktail glass.
I remember Mioni's on Balboa Island. That was a place we could walk to as kids. So that was a good place to go. And then there was always Original Pizza on the Balboa Peninsula.
That's like Original Rays. Were they really the
It was
first pizza
called
joint?
Original Pizza.
Or did they just make very unique pies?
No, it was just... No, I think it was just like right there on the beach.
It's just right there?
Yeah, like,
That name didn't mean anything at all, but there we go.
hi, Jeremy. Love the sound of clinking glasses. Me too.
I love the
Man.
sound of clinking glass.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I'm violating all of the Scotch Rite stuff this evening, but I got a better idea. Why don't we drop a playlist on them?
All right, I got that.
Yes, you do. Away we go. Are you done with that glass?
This one?
I will take it away. Now you are.
Get every drop.
Please. I'd use a spoon to get every
I
drop.
was about to say, use a spoon. You want to get every drop. What the heck commercial was that?
Wasn't that chunky soup?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The soup that eats like a meal.
Yeah, this is the cocktail that drinks like a cocktail. No, it
There
isn't.
you go.
This is the cocktail you drink.
Cocktails don't drink.
Cocktails don't drink themselves, except in that one cartoon with the Fats Waller soundtrack, or was it Cab Calloway? I think it was Cab Calloway.
All right, I think that worked.
Yeah.
Everything's slow tonight.
Everything is slow. So we're going to drop that there. We're not going to bother with YouTube because YouTube is DED dead. Something
Sorry.
has been attacked.
But it sounds like YouTube, it's not just us.
95% down, I don't feel singled out. Glad we have one platform that works.
Yeah.
We'd be up on IG, except for that just doesn't work that way. So.
IGTV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they do, but you can't, our camera won't do IGTV.
No.
So we have to do that from the phone.
One of these days. One of these days, someone will
Sicily
wake up
Island
and give us a
in
black one.
Louisiana. Oh my gosh.
Sicily Island. No pizza. Oh, you're telling me.
Oh no. Blame 2020. Why not?
And I'm thinking,
Why not, Amy?
Yeah, blame 2020 indeed. You can blame Mercury retrograde or retrograde shadow period, or just the fact, or you're not
It's
even
not,
in.
Mercury's not in retrograde.
You're not even
anymore.
retrograde, and you're like, oh no, still same old thing.
Mm-mm.
That's a kicker. There's a kicker, like as if Louisiana doesn't have an Italian population or something. It's like there's notable population in New Orleans historically. They're very important to have jazz history, as a matter of fact. So why shouldn't Sicily Island have like a nice pie? I don't know. Doesn't have to be square.
No. Square. First place I ever had a square pizza was in St. Louis.
St. Louis, which I think does a fairly unique pie.
It was good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stands up. Unusual ingredients. Reached for the back shelf. Found some things that are kicking around and said, it's a weird Thanksgiving. It's a weird year. It's a whole hell of a lot of weird. That's what it is. So.
Well, I gotta say that the fact that we will not be hosting this Thanksgiving because
circumstances
are preventing
dictate.
it means that I am trying to find ways to make it fun.
Yep.
So it's going to be fun, even if it kills me.
It will be fun. Well, we will be here on a live broadcast Wednesday before, as usual. We've done that for years. Big fun. We might even go live day of. I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm not going to predict
That's
or like
weeks away.
cement us down to
Two of
that
them.
sort of concept right now, but we can certainly say that we will do our usual. And immediately prior to, we'll probably have some fun things that are very specific. We might even have an inflatable turkey. Who knows?
Might.
Right over there, pal. Big fun.
Oh my
big
gosh.
Fun.
Yeah, okay, so.
But so far, this is a good thing.
Thanksgiving.
About it. You have a whole book over there, a whole coffee table book. About
I do.
Thanksgiving.
I do have a Thanksgiving coffee table book, because I'm not much of a Thanksgiving geek. But do you have a specialty dish? Or if you don't cook it yourself, that is totally fine. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Like some people actually just go out to dinner.
It's
a common thing.
If your favorite Thanksgiving dish is chicken wings, that's great.
Hit the local Chinese; they're open.
Yeah,
they're ready to go. You can make.
I'm just interested in what you like to eat.
You can make a
Thanksgiving.
Fabulous feast at your local Chinese
mandatory
American joint.
fun. Yes, it is.
And
it will be mandatory. It will be fun, even if it kills both of us. It's gonna be fun.
A little aggression there, but just
he knows what I'm channeling. So
I do know
okay,
what you're yes, yeah, it's fun. No, it's fun.
If you are a fan of classic TV, you may or may not know the TV show Our Miss Brooks.
That'll take you back to about 1952.
Starring Eve Arden.
Eve Arden.
The Christmas episode of Our Miss Brooks. There might be more than one, but I only know one. But it is so hysterical. But it involves this woman who's very cheerful, but she's like completely pissed off the whole time.
Yep.
So, oh, Kathy!
Trader Vic's.
Oh my gosh, you'll be a Trader Vic's.
Wow.
I love it.
Cool.
Now it says pecan pie.
Big vote for the
love
pecan.
It. Love it.
Big vote for the pecan. That's
Love it.
you have a lot of company with that. As a matter of fact, I think there's usually been pecan pies at my Thanksgiving celebrations for years and years, and it goes well. Definitely mandatory fun. I like that.
Now I need to make a pecan pie.
I've
already made 2 pies. I made 2 pies before I knew we would be alone on Thanksgiving. So
we have 2 pies.
We already have 2 pies in the freezer. So.
And since it was extra, there was a 3rd pie. So we literally have 2.5. You have 2.5 pies. We have a half pie in the fridge, which we're still working down. We're gonna be so pied out by the end of this. We're gonna say, "Oh boy."
Well, the good news is we've got Christmas, and I will be showing up with pie.
There might be pie.
Oh my gosh! Okay, Sandra loved Our Miss Brooks, right?
Big love time.
Oh, Arnie loved that show too. Okay, all right. I knew it couldn't just be us.
I'm kind of thinking our crowd here is interested in such things. This is why we bring it up,
Well, they kept like everyone on the show they wanted to buy Christmas gifts for everyone else. But no one had any money. So every time they would get a gift, they would take it to the department store and exchange it so that they could get a gift for someone else. And the woman who handled the returns was getting more and more angry because people were returning gifts. And she's like,
a lot.
Here at Crowley's, we handle returns cheerfully.
I think it's because they were returning all this stuff before Christmas. He's like, what's going on? This is crazy.
Jeremy says... I'm so glad you say pecan and not pecan.
Pecan.
That is a New England thing.
It's an East Coast thing.
It's I'm from the West where we say pecan.
Yeah. Well, there's also many places in the country, not just New England, where it's a certain state that contains a certain gambling contingent. Is Nevada.
They call
drives her crazy.
It's
back
Nevada,
in Nevada,
and pecan.
Anyway. And regionalisms are regionalisms. We do not make fun. But it's kind of funny when you say something that just sounds way off. I will tell you, the flip side of that is if you're getting hard-shelled clayland, a lot of people have a little trouble pronouncing that correctly. It's pretty peculiar. It's pretty local. I can understand.
Go ahead and say it.
I've heard all sorts of like whack job things, but all the locals will actually call them like quahogs or quahogs. That's a Narragansett term. I'm talking about the tribe. I've heard some really, really weird things.
I was going to say, I've always heard quahogs, but...
I remember hearing a radio commentator, I believe this was Paul Harvey. You remember him? That's going to take you back. simply call it the quahog clam. What the hell is he talking about?
Quahogs.
But more than once I heard Paul Harvey drop a clinker. So there you go. Pretty funny guy otherwise, but sometimes kind of dumb.
What do they call it on Family Guy?
Quahog.
Okay.
It's Quahog, Rhode Island, which doesn't exist, by the way. I know all of you fans of Family Guy who want to travel to the little roadie there, our what is it, our 13th state, and say hey, so where's Quahog? Yeah, well, good luck finding it. But you can find yourself some Quahog chowder.
I'm sure if you ask people where's Quahog, it's out in the water.
Yeah, just
go,
right there.
Go dig it up.
Dig whatever you want. You can do that. Done it myself.
Italian.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, shouldn't there be some Italian pizza in Sicily, Louisiana? Yeah.
I feel like there should.
There should. We're going to start a campaign.
I feel like the Pizza Hut in Sicily Island should make an Italian pizza.
At the very least, they should make an effort. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Guys, stand up. Let's step up, will you?
I'll be making more. Yes, Nevada. Thank you.
Nevada.
I know. I'm right.
Nevada.
Oh, gosh. Arnie, thank you.
Nevada, where they did the nuclear tests.
Oh, they talk about vases.
Vases. Well, vases and vases are different things, after all.
All right, I'm just replying. Go about your business.
But definitely. We're still talking about favorite foods and things. I know that some of you have probably a family tradition where you spend days making the oyster stuffing and that kind of stuff. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to do that. Sounds yummy. When's dinner? I'd be into that.
Well, I like to make a lot of my dishes ahead of time because I like to spend Thanksgiving morning on the sofa with a drink in my hand.
Hello, defrosting things or throwing them in the oven at the appropriate
I always
time.
end up making appetizers and stuff anyway, but the hard work's done. And that's the important thing.
The very first time that we did it together, and it was just the two of us, I was making dinner and I was doing everything day of, and it took forever. So
did I even make anything? I don't think I made anything.
I'm not sure you did, but you might have brought something. I forget. It was. I probably said. I probably said, "Don't worry about it." I totally got this going.
I probably brought a 6-pack.
Oh, smart gal. That went well.
What was that? 1994.
That's about right.
Our first Thanksgiving together, 1994.
Right before we moved in.
In your apartment.
Yep. Apartment in Brooklyn. It's going to take you back.
I don't think Bill's here, but Paul's roommate sometimes shows up for these things.
He has indeed. As a matter of fact, old roommate. He himself is also in a house with a wife and a child. We don't have a child. He has a child. So
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But that was good. Actually, we're going to be making some of the same things this time around. We usually make that stuffing, which is very good.
I know what I made.
My mother made for years. What'd you make?
I made that drink from the group.
Oh yeah.
That was my contribution.
That was when you had a bottle of Applejack. That's right. That was good. Yeah.
Even back in 1994, I was bringing drinks.
Wasn't she a keeper? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Still here.
And now I make back of the box Thanksgiving sides.
Well, the stuffing I'm talking about was back of some kind of box
so
back
talented,
in the day. I think probably Uncle Ben's Wild Rice because that's what it involves. But it's very good. We are well on our track to getting a bird, even though technically we already have the bird because we got a bird from earlier in the year.
We still have our Easter turkey.
Easter turkey sitting in the freezer. We could do 2 birds, and it would be so much food for 2 people. It would be out of this world. It's going to be too much food for 2 people with 1 bird. But, that's great because you're going to have sandwiches for days and soup. You know how it goes. Love making that soup.
If you need a box of food, let us know. We'll pack it up and leave it on the steps for you.
We'll do a drive-by. Boom.
Yep. We'll even pack up a cocktail for you. So if you need to do a
cocktails
pickup,
to go. There you go.
We're not allowed to have people over, but we could leave a box on the step for you.
Go into your closet, bust out that Partridge Family lunchbox, grab the thermos, leave it there, and we'll fill it. There you go. Kalakis. Is that pronounced Kalakis or Kalachis? Trying to make yeast. Oh yeah.
Word is the word.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've actually done the pie starting with making the crust, and it is a ton of work. And I used to do that because
I buy pre-made.
My mother did it.
Well, I I don't buy the ones in the pan because I have pie plates that I want to use, but I just buy the frozen rolled up ones and thaw them out.
The rolled up ones are better than the ones that are in the pie plate.
Bread stuffing. Yes,
Bread
Sandra,
stuffing.
it is hard to mess it up.
It's a simple kind of thing.
I made stuffing one year in the crock pot that was actually really good. It was a chorizo stuffing.
Yes, as I recall. That was very good.
Yeah.
It was very nice. So things that we've tried along the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I do a classic formula that has been in the family for years from the back of somebody's box.
I know. All of his family recipes came from the side of a can or the back of a box.
Not the pork pie. My grandmother made that. That's ancient
That's
French.
a French-Canadian
Ancient French-Canadian secret right there. It's not that much of a secret. It's a good pie. It's very simple.
And not that ancient.
Very simple meat and potatoes pie.
Yep.
Not that ancient. But some of these things definitely were just back of some container. And it's a classic combination. It works really well. Bell's poultry seasoning involves, definitely. I think we have a bunch of bells from last year. I might use that on the turkey because how often do we just bake an entire bird? So we definitely will be using rosemary because it's still growing out there in the greenhouse. It's doing well. Some of these other things are not doing so well. We had a little bit of frost so far.
I have a good story. Well, no, it's not a good story.
No. Not a good story? Are you sure?
Well, I was going to say about the Bell's seasoning.
No, people are interested.
But no, they're not.
They're not? Okay, fine. Don't tell them. It's okay.
It just had to do with so many mid-century recipes involve the Bell's seasoning, and it has the picture of the turkey on the box and everything. Mm-hmm. And I was just looking for it one Thanksgiving at the supermarket, and I could not find it anywhere. No. And it turned out it wasn't like they had a display of it that they'd put in some randomly weird place that no one could find it. I did eventually get it, but it was just, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you put it in the spice aisle?
To freak people out, you know?
I know.
I'm looking for this specific spice mixture. Do you have it? It's in here somewhere.
I don't know.
Well, it took us a while to find the chocolate turkeys, but you did. So, you gotta look around.
Oh my gosh.
If you want to hit that.
Yes.
Pictures,
Arnie.
pictures. Take some video. I love that concept.
Arnie, count me in.
I'm just going to point out here that I recently were looking at a gelatin cookbook. I believe it was, in fact, General Foods Jell-O. And I was thinking, could you do like just the entire dinner gelatinized?
Yes.
You know, and you could. You really could. You could do like
you could encase it.
The chopped turkey ring loaf. You could do the salad with gelatin. You could do the dessert with gelatin.
Green beans.
You could do the green beans and gelatin. You know, you could do.
Oh, I'm just gonna chill at my spine thinking about the green beans and the mushroom soup.
You could do what am I thinking? The sweet potatoes in aspic. You know, you could do the whole thing. It sounds horrendous, but if you do, you'll be legendary. I'm just saying. Oh
my gosh! Oh no.
Yeah.
Doug, that's hilarious. Did we do Cornish hens one year in New Rochelle? I feel like we went to Stop and Shop and bought Cornish hens.
We might have done that, but not for the actual.
I thought it was for Thanksgiving.
Not for the actual holiday.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think we did that. We might have done hens, just generally speaking.
I don't know why we would have bought hens otherwise.
Yep.
But
the hens, by the way, are probably not hens. They are probably male chickens, and they are, in fact, just immature chickens.
Hi, Marie.
So, that's how it is. Hello, Marie. Claire on YouTube for
yes,
this dinner.
Arnie, count us in.
PM.
Let's
get
together offline because yes to that.
You look dry.
I am so dry. Okay,
dry she is.
All right. So we got a new bottle today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab it out of the fridge.
Glad to.
Okay. I don't think we've had this before.
The Dock Cider,
Dock's
local product.
Cider, sour cherry, hard apple cider.
Yeah.
Cherry apple
Cherry apple.
cider.
Made locally. This is from Warwick, isn't it?
Yes, but I think it's available widely.
Yeah.
I did search on this, and I do think you can buy this.
This is literally a winery,
Many places.
a cider mill, and a distillery. And they
Whoa.
they outgrew their facilities for distilling
Yes.
because they wanted to make
Right.
whiskey and they didn't have capacity. So they opened up another location, which is Black Dirt. And we shot an episode there, I think, 3 years ago by now, which was great.
Jeremy, you're not wrong.
You know,
Jeremy says you thought corn has small turkeys for single people.
Pretty much.
You're not wrong. Okay.
No.
So the sour cherry, let's just try it.
I was glad to try it. How about a couple of glasses?
I have
folks?
another drink
Mhm.
that I created last night. I like the way that just doesn't sound like drinking. I'm not drinking. I'm creating drinks for my live video. But it did not involve the cider. So I'm going to top it with the cider probably after we try it. But Doc's cider, sour cherry, hard apple cider. Aww. Yay! Oh my gosh. Thank you, everyone. Oh, that's nice.
Yes, please.
Brent and Amy. I'm missing stuff.
Drinks with more than 5 adjectives. There's a man who likes his rye whiskey, straight, bottled in bond. You know, that's it.
I'm trying to catch up with everyone. Ah! They're ready to wear pants with Jeez. Oh my god.
Hello, Lisa.
Lisa and Errol. Hi. So good to see you. Yay. So we're trying Doc's cider. Sour cherry hard apple cider. And which I think is available widely.
There you go.
They make it about 20 minutes from us, but I think it is available nationally at this point.
Well, that's really good. I don't think we've actually had that before, come to think of it. So this is the first try, my first sampling.
Ooh.
It does have a sweet note, but it has a distinct sour note. It's sort of like almost a lambic note to it, or just like a sour beer thing to it.
I think
but
this
I think
might
it's just the sour
be-
cherry.
I think this might be my favorite cider that I've tried in a while.
Yeah.
So let's
Mix with it.
mix with it.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so my drink that I was going to make, well, I made it last night. But
Well,
he made it last night, but I dictated from the sofa.
Dictator.
I did. I was like, here's what, okay, so do this.
So anyway, do this.
I know.
Try
I
this out,
channeled
yeah.
Glendora.
Yeah. I'll try some more of this.
Just to make sure it's still all right.
Yeah, you know, it might have
Okay.
actually aged in the last 5 seconds. Just saying.
So I was calling it Bitter Thanksgiving Margarita. And I think Bitter Thanksgiving Margarita could benefit from a topper of this.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's start with a little humidor.
All right, so I need
You going to build it or shake? No.
Yeah, I'm going to shake. Let's get it cold. Margarita is a dish best served cold.
Correct.
Thank you.
And right there for you.
Thank you. All right,
Mhm.
I'm just finishing my sample. I'm just going to stand here and enjoy my sample for a minute or two.
I'm enjoying my second sample.
All right, well, that was good. All right, time to go.
I'm going to
All right. I don't want to mess this up. Thank you.
We'll actually
Okay.
set this behind us.
So, I'm going to start with 2 ounces of Reposado tequila.
Good place to start, I say.
I'm using El
Always.
Jimador. Any Reposado tequila will do.
Really. The only thing to note is, well, I suppose if they're calling it reposado, then it's probably going to be 100% agave.
Yes.
There are certain brands that have 2 different levels. There's the one that's cut, and there's the one that's all agave.
Right. Yes.
Look carefully. Some of them actually are very reputable brands. They do the cut one, so there's a cheaper tequila out there. It's like blended whiskey.
You have to look for either 100% agave or 100% blue agave. Either way, you're good.
Now look, all tequila is blue agave based.
100% is
Other
magic.
Other actually agave products can be other agaves. Like mezcal is made out of different agaves.
So we're starting with more or less a margarita recipe. So that was 2 ounces of tequila. I'm going to do a 1/2 ounce of blood orange liqueur. You could just do any orange liqueur. It doesn't really matter.
The blood orange is fun. We've had a bunch of fun ones.
And we have it. So.
And we have it. And we just tried recently the St. Elder, which is recommended. That's got a really nice flavor. It's a little unique. It's not a heavy red. You think blood orange is going to be this... going on there.
All right. And then we're going to go with 2 dashes of cardamom bitters. And then 2 dashes of molasses bitters.
Oh, grab the wrong one. Oh, there we go.
Thank you. Okay. To be honest, the molasses are not my favorite in and of themselves, but they really contribute to this.
They're
drink,
supporting this inside this drink.
All right.
And then 4 dashes of ginger bitters.
4 dashes. Thank you for seeing that, because I was about to skip it. Ah!
Oh, hello. Flying caps. America's best.
Thank you. All right. I'll take that.
Yes.
When you're done.
Yes, you will. I should get some more fluid on there.
It's not as sticky as some weeks, but
we've been handling the bitters, which are a little sticky, but also oily.
Ice,
so ice, yes.
All right. So I'm going to shake with ice. I don't need this anymore.
Got it.
Hi, Philip.
Hello.
Good to see you.
So good to see you.
Oh.
Hey, now.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, the Malfy's so good.
Oh, Malfy's products are really good. The lemon, the lemon Malfy for summer. Wow. We had that.
Errol's in Brazil.
Hey.
All right, we got to go back. All right, you got to catch us up. Hi, Luann.
Hello, hello,
Hi.
hello.
Okay, all right. Trying to keep up. I'm trying to keep up.
What can one say, bud? Happy with that.
Is that a huge bottle? Which one, Jeremy?
Depends what we're talking about.
All right.
Tim's working the eggnog. Well, you know, eggnog is on the shelf already, and honestly, it's a traditional Thanksgiving thing. People don't think about it too much. Apparently,
on the shelf.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter. Wasn't right? Easter for eggnog. Think about it. But it's out there, and you can always make it yourself. But it's on the shelf. Get it, and very good. Malfy's Luncheon. Oh yeah.
Yes, Malfy's is awesome, Amy.
Big fun. And you need a cocktail glass.
Yes, if you don't mind.
Let's find you an appropriate size one.
If you want to grab that,
looks
it's not
like
about letting you do that. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Whoa. Hello.
All right. Strain it to a cocktail glass. I am going to try a little topper of those lovely ciders.
Cider?
Of that lovely cider.
That's lovely cider.
It's really not a plural.
Nope.
Thank you. All right. Of that lovely cider. The sour cherry.
There we go.
Right.
Generous splash.
I think this is going to elevate this.
Well, it's a really nice cider, gotta say. I have enjoyed their ciders on a number of occasions. Don't think we've ever actually tried
the
sour cherry.
Elevates.
But here we go. Standard margarita. Outside of the fact
really
that
good
there was
last
the
night.
blood orange. Lots of bitters going on there. Really not a bad idea with the margarita. I think one of my favorite things for a while was putting Bokers in a margarita, because it punches it up nicely.
Chilled.
Yeah.
Apple cider. All right.
Sour cherry apple cider.
Thank you.
Just making sure when you do this later, you'll say, "What was I saying?" That's what you were saying.
Sour cherry apple cider. I got it.
Bang.
Our Patreon patrons will get all of these recipes tomorrow, and everyone else will get a featured recipe tomorrow. So this might be it.
Watch for it. It could happen.
This might be it.
If you would like all of them, it is always possible to sponsor us on Patreon. And we'll drop that link for you.
Some of our lovely patrons are here.
Some of our patrons are here. Thank you. Patronizing and helping us put this baby on the air.
And top with a splash of cider. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else you want to make for us?
Well, I am dry, and I was thinking.
Okay. And were you enjoying it?
Enjoying what?
Thinking.
Oh, yes. Yes, I was. Now I'm done thinking. Okay, so we can go.
All right.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're good. We're good that way. All right.
Got more stuff. You got it?
All right, I got it. I
Good.
got it. I so got it. All right. So here's another one. If you want to make it. Oh, wait, you did that.
Made it.
All right, we made all those.
We're done.
All right.
Done it. Done it. Been there. I actually was looking around for some weird...
The turkey baster.
The turkey baster. There's a whole thing...
That's good, Jeremy.
There's
I
a
like
whole
that
thing,
one.
a thread going on up on the Facebooks about that, which I'm not going to send you to because it's pretty risque. And in the meantime, I was looking around for things which might be
Ooh,
sort
champagne
of classic
sherbet.
formulas.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, there you go.
I'm into that. All right.
That's the classic punch is just like that big punch bowl with a bunch of bubbles. And
Doc's has a
sherbet
cranberry
kicking around in
spice
it.
flavor too. Wow, we live
Oh.
20 minutes from where Doc's is made, and I don't remember seeing that. So.
Sounds like I need to investigate that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Vanilla and coffee ice cream and lots of booze.
Ha ha ha.
All right, nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
You think you weaken?
Wrong. Come on, you knuckleheads. So I was digging around in one of the classic books, and one of the ones that we have here, of course, is the Playboy Bartender's Guide.
Okay.
There are several versions of this. We have a couple of paperbacks from the 70s, which are smaller. This is sort of the revised edition from, I think, 2003. You can probably find this on the shelf. They probably find this in a lot of used bookstores and all that. It's pretty dense. It's got a lot of great stuff in it. Thomas Mario, who was the food and beverage consultant for Playboy, he was their editor. And he put some good stuff in here. And you do the acid test is like, well, what's in the Mai Tai? That's pretty spot on.
Okay.
So this is a pretty reputable.
So what are you making?
So I was looking around for like what's a drink with turkeys or pilgrims or Indians and all that sort of thing or thanks or Thanksgiving. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nobody makes these drinks.
Probably for the best.
So we have to make these drinks. We just did a couple of unique ones.
Probably for the best.
But I did find. I was thinking, well, who were these said pilgrims anyway? Who came from Plymouth?
Said pilgrims?
Well, said pilgrims were English citizens. Oh.
Okay.
So how about, is there any English sort of things? Yes. I found something called the English Rose, which sounded pretty good. So let's give that a try and see where we go.
Oh, boy.
So this is...
This scares me a little.
This requires a sugar-frosted champagne glass. Oh, I didn't see that. Be right back. Haha.
All right.
We have that. Maybe in a coupe.
Oh, you're doing a coupe. All right. So you need the sugar.
Yes, I do.
And you need something to make the sugar stick to the rim.
Got that right here.
I don't feel good about this.
It'll be fine.
I like that. It'll be fine. All right. So what else goes into the English rose? You better grab the vermouth while you're in there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This doesn't sound too terrible. So, for those of you just joining us, I don't think this drink will be that awful. All right. Okay. Thanksgiving dishes. I like the way so many of these people's favorite Thanksgiving treats are booze. Yay. So I don't know why. I didn't grow up with it, but I'm very attached to the parade. So I'm just very happy that the Macy's parade is happening this year. And even though it's balloons and bands and they're only going for one block, I'm here for it. So Macy's parade. And Santa will be there at the end. So we've already watched Miracle on 34th Street once this year. Because
Might watch it again, but
I love it.
you know, classics.
Yes. All right.
Let me grab that lime again. I want to make sure that this is nice and sticky.
Nice and sticky.
That kind of drink. Very hot and awfully wet.
Exactly.
And let's actually sugar frost. I'm using the orange sugar because I wanted to find a good color.
Seems kind of Thanksgiving-y.
And it looked pretty Thanksgiving-y. This is about the 5th time we've used that adjective in the past 5 days.
Thanksgiving-y.
It's kind of Thanksgiving-y around here. We have a whole Thanksgiving tree, by the way. You might
you'll see it
that
Friday.
when you tune in Friday for the regular episode. Okay. This looks fairly sugar frosted, doesn't it?
That looks pretty darn good.
But actually make sure you got plenty on the
Someone who's had a
outside.
couple of drinks.
I have. As a matter of fact.
That's what I'm saying. I give that a solid...
Solid B plus anyway.
I was going to say A minus, but...
Well, all right then. Improved. Let's find a shaker.
A solid A minus on that. It's rimmed all the way around. There's a little mess over here.
Well, mess over there.
But you've got it all the way, so... Give an A minus.
I'm not a liquor professional. I just play one on internet TV.
Internet TV.
Truth is, I am a liquor professional. I do this show here, folks. So, this baby starts with gin and how much of it. This is going to be shot of gin. Okay. Happen to be using Bootlegger, another local product. Very reputable brand.
So 1.5 ounces of gin.
1.5 on the gin.
All right. Are doing.
Or are doing, yes, I am doing.
Ahead of you.
As we speak. I think I'm going to kill the gin.
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no!
My medallion is soaking in my gin.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you how ignominious, folks. But sometimes you actually finish the product. Well, you've been very good. We'll have to buy another.
Guess we need to go back to the liquor store.
Yeah.
Already on the curve.
I'm kind of thinking. Got this strange feeling.
Oh, it's Mr. Peanut.
Hey, Mr. P.
No, is that that's Mr. Peanut,
yeah,
right?
Mr.
Yeah,
Peanut.
that's Mr. Peanut.
Oh, yeah. That's Mr. P. But definitely. 3/4 of an ounce apricot brandy. This happens to be Hiram Walker. I'm about to kill that too. Well.
Good. We've had that forever.
Yeah. Guess it's time to restock. Yeah, that killed that.
3/4 of an ounce, you said right.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. How? We killed that?
We killed it.
Ah!
We actually did it. No, on the air.
Hallelujah. Wow, we've had that bottle for a long time.
It's time to pick up
I'm glad to make the
bottle
space on the shelf.
brandy. Yeah, but now we need apricot brandy again. Well, we might want to look into another brand. Find some fun stuff.
Yeah.
But definitely.
Okay.
And 3/4 ounce of dry vermouth. Well, we happen to have a very reputable brand we've been using called Vermouth Lustau.
Yep.
They do an excellent dry and
nice
red. I think they even have like a blush. So let's see.
They do.
Yes.
Yes.
They do. Here we go. 3/4 ounce of that baby. So far you're working on a sort of a 2-to-1 martini with the apricot brandy, so it's really veering off. But I thought English gin, yeah, let's work with that. Apparently the folks on the Ye Old Mayflower were familiar with gin and liked it. So at the time it was considered a medicine.
I feel like by the time they were on the Mayflower, like gin would have been like a delicacy.
That would have been, you would have had a shot a day and it would have helped you along for the next couple of months. So teaspoon.
Jeremy, that is a great idea. We might do that for the holidays.
Okay, this is 1/4 teaspoon lemon juice. Well, that's ridiculous. I'm just going to go a
well, that's ridiculous.
Splash of lemon juice and calls for a teaspoon of grenadine. We make our own.
How much lime juice would you say that was?
Oh, call that
a splash.
Splash of lime juice.
Okay.
Teaspoon of grenadine. That was a very carefully measured teaspoon of grenadine.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, you could. Anybody else? Or is that how it goes? Oh, yes. And if you could retrieve for me the cherries, please.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
Shake with ice.
Ugh.
And a spear for the cherries.
Oh my gosh. Anything else?
That's all she wrote. Actually, a spoon for the cherries, too. And sparkle.
All right. Don't forget to give me sparkle.
I give it the sparkle. All right, a spear and a spoon. Hello.
Spear and a spoon.
This is even a slotted spoon, so
right.
I can get that cherry out of there.
So after the grenadine, it was just shake. Right?
We make these, and we made them last spring, and we still have a bunch of them. I recommend that you do that with your maraschinos because they're really good that way.
All right.
Got it. Got it.
Hey.
And boom. And I'm going to try something interesting here. We're going to try this straight up because that's what it calls for.
It's supposed to be lemon juice, not lime.
Lemon juice and what? The English rose?
Yes, it is supposed to be lemon juice, David. He's fired.
David, I want to see you after class.
Oh my gosh, Lisa was watching a documentary about Judy Garland. I love that.
We saw that Academy Award contender last week about Judy.
Is it gin that can bruise?
Very good.
This gin is just fine, Jeremy.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. So this is the English rose. It's supposed to be rosy. It's kind of vaguely rosy. It only requires a teaspoon of the grenadine. But we're going to try this.
We don't have lemons.
No.
We're in a pandemic.
What can you do?
That's just my reply to everything. I'm in a pandemic.
In a pandemic.
I can't.
Well, that's just
I
like...
don't have it. I'm in a pandemic.
It's just like that scene in the movie MASH where they asked Trapper John, would you like a martini? He's like, I'd love a martini. And they serve him up and he's like, hey, don't you guys believe in olives?
Hi, Ellen.
And they're like, but sir, we're like 10 miles from the front lines. He's like, yeah, but a martini without an olive just doesn't quite... Grabs an olive from his jacket pocket and make it. Brilliant.
All right. See what I think of the English rose.
See what you think of the English rose.
That's good.
She's thinking
All
about
right.
it.
I did have to think about it. I'm not going to lie. I had to think about it, but it's good. I like it.
Bye, Shane. Thanks so much
Night.
for stopping by. Glad to see you. Awesome.
Yes. Thank you for stopping by. All right.
I'm going to do two things to this. One is like straight up, it's quite all right.
Give it a topper of...
It's. I think it requires a little more in the way of the sour. So I am going to measure out.
I wouldn't have minded a little more sour.
Yeah, you would not have. And neither would I. When these things are a little sweet, what do? Sour it up a little bit.
But it was so beautiful with the sugar rim. The A- sugar rim.
It still is an A- sugar rim. I'm telling you.
Well, not so much now that we've had a sip. Now it's a solid B sugar rim.
Okay, taste number 2.
Okay.
So we've improved the cocktail. That's my personal preference. If you like them like sweet,
already better.
That was good to start with. But I like a nice sour.
Now wait, what did you do?
I added a 1/4 ounce of the lime. So you might as well just make that 1/4 ounce of fresh lime juice.
1/2 ounce.
Okay. Yeah, you could go 1/2 ounce on that.
1/2 ounce.
You go 1/2 ounce on that.
Yeah, hold on.
What-oh?
I'm editing after a couple of drinks. Look at me.
Well, you're doing fine.
Look at me editing after a couple of drinks.
You're doing fine. Fun could happen. You shot 5 pieces of video today.
6. We shot 6 videos today.
One of those days, folks. So here we are on video number 7.
After.
It's a long day.
After. Visit to the ophthalmologist for both of us.
That's true. So if the
optometrist.
Optometrist.
Ophthalmologist.
If the vision is blurry, that has nothing to do with this.
I only mention it because it's no joke.
No,
they give you all these tests,
it's a
and
process.
it's really crazy. But
seizure. It's this whole thing to get to it these days. One is a little afraid.
No joke.
Here's the second thing I'm going to do after making this.
Aww.
Oh,
Shane loves your shirt.
Okay, Ellen, ready? 3, 2, 1. Got it?
Paul can make that happen.
Awesome, isn't it? I love that kind of thing. Oh, yeah, Shane. Yeah, this is a thing I've had for a long time. I don't think I wear this too much because it's stowed upstairs. And I was looking at your color palette and saying, I need to coordinate with that. So I thought of this guy right here. Definitely happened.
The attic. One of these days, the attic will be so organized.
Well, you know, brick by
It'll be
brick.
living space, and people can come stay with us, and they'll have a bed and their own powder room.
Everything you need in a place.
It just lives in the future.
It
already exists in the future.
You have to conceptualize before you get to the rest of the story. Yeah. Reach high, and away you go. In the meantime, like, look, until recently, we had old windows and horrible front steps and way too few outlets in this house. All three of those have been remedied.
Our front steps were so embarrassing. I was really ashamed of them. But he took them away.
Thank you very much.
It feels like Charlie's Angels, but he took them away from all of that.
Hello,
Angels.
Angels.
It worked for me.
I'm here to give you a new entry to your house. Boom. You
yeah.
know? I don't think Charlie did anything with
it's
manual labor.
It's no longer embarrassing and sad and depressing. So, should work from home video conference calls go on one's IMDb page? Well, it depends on the work from home video.
It depends on the nature of the call and what's happening within. I'm just saying. You know, might be.
I feel like Paul's work from home calls might be like one Kevin Bacon degree away from spectacular stardom. I don't know.
Considering who's on them,
yeah,
I don't know. We definitely get into some intense conversation. We're dealing with serious subjects there, and things get accomplished. That's more than I can say for a lot of conference calls. I mean, a lot of conference calls where not a lot happens. But,
you know, there you go.
There you go. But there you go. The second thing I'm going to do is grab this bottle and give this a topper.
What? Huh?
Yep.
What? Huh?
I'm going to modify this guy by toppering with some of this stuff and see where it goes.
Ooh, that'll be good.
Just a splash.
It's nothing that can't be improved.
I have a cherry stir stick here, so I'm going to stir it with said cherry.
Yes.
And here we go.
Jeremy says, you have the kind of attic as seen on TV. Basically, another story to the home. There you go.
Oh.
Mine is just 4 feet of exposed pipes and insulation. Yeah. That's our basement.
I've heard of that.
That's our basement.
Actually, next door, we saw that guy's house because he did a huge reno on the place.
That's our basement.
And his basement is just a lot of HVAC and not much else. HVAC and washer dryer.
HVAC and tears.
Can't do too much. Yeah, tears. A lot of tears. A lot of tears. Oh, man, tears.
Spent a lot of money on that house.
But the results are really good. So I kind of got a little envious. I'm like, yeah, our front steps do need to look better. Like, we couldn't just strip them. And then once I started taking them out, some of that wood was totally rotted out. It's like,
when your neighbor starts
that's it.
Changing everything about his house, you're like, damn it, I need to do that too.
Say, wait a minute. Here. So
we both got our driveways repaved at the same time.
Yep. Joint effort. Saved a little money in the process.
And he took us out to show us his finished attic.
Mm-hmm. It's a good job.
Definitely better, yeah.
Definitely improved. Souring up helped, and adding a little bit of cider. Not a bad idea in this case. The English Rose, as stated, is not a bad cocktail at all. She personally prefers a little more sour. You can do that or not. And then when you add the splash of cider, you get another dimension happening there. You could even make it a smaller cocktail and add more cider.
Sure I got everything. I think I did. Okay.
But I think that's a venerable thing that people haven't thought about in a long time. So I'm glad to revive that one.
So home improvement, I don't ever get sick of this subject.
Oh, it goes on.
In fact, hold on.
Come to think of it.
Pardon me.
She's going to show you a little something.
I'm going back. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Going way back in time. Days of caveman and cave women.
Hold on. Keep talking.
Oh, sorry, I was drinking. So, I will say that if you're going to make the rose, you could try it the way we did it. Try it straight up, sour it up, add your splash of cider, etc. But I think that definitely worked very well. The English were, of course, very familiar with all of these products. Gin, cider, lemon juice. Grenadine, maybe not so much. I don't know. Pomegranates, I would have known. But when they arrived in the country, of course, it was winter and life was really hard and many people died. So there's your big, great thought for Thanksgiving. The end. The The Thanksgiving thing happened about a year later, once things defrosted and they could start building, then things happened. And there we go.
So I was just going to say, I always try to park the TV on something while we're going live because otherwise we have a gigantic
black
hole in our room. So I like to warm it up with something on the TV. Yeah. And tonight I have the Brady Bunch renovation, the Brady House renovation that they hired all the Brady Bunch actors to be on. Yep. So, yeah.
So that happened. Mm-hmm. It's a fun show. What network has that?
It was HGTV.
HGTV.
I bought it from Apple TV because we don't have cable. But
HG did it. Did you get it from Apple?
Yep.
If you actually had fond memories of the Brady show or the Brady House, that's a lot of fun. Definitely worth your time.
I love it. And they do a holiday episode.
Which they do, and there's actually really good.
With a Jell-O mold. So
gelatin does figure.
You Jell-O mold people. Brady Bunch house.
If you're interested, if you're inquiring,
check it out. Yeah, it's so good. But what was I going to say about home improvement? I feel like I had some wise words, which are completely gone now.
Don't do it sober. Well, if you're operating power tools, do it sober, but don't conceive the entire thing like so. Oh, looks like that disappeared. How about that? Yeah. B, plan properly. Always measure twice and cut once. C, shop around. We actually had quotes from various places that looked pretty outrageous, and then you find another contractor who will do it. D, remember that most contractors these days are fairly unreliable with communication, but some of them will actually show up. So
really?
get a recommendation, and then go from there. Always a good idea.
Always room for Jell-O. Jeremy. Some B+.
Yeah, seriously. Let me tell you something.
Jeremy. You just got to show it to all of our live videos. I'm just saying.
Big fun.
Downey's cider. Oh.
Donut cider. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, we have our local cider mill there does have the cider donuts, but they're full of wheat. So that's going to be tough.
I'm sure you've already thought of this. I don't want to insult you by telling you something you've already thought of. But if you go to King Arthur, they might have that in gluten-free, because they have a lot of gluten-free, so I don't know.
They should have a mix.
They have a lot.
You could absolutely find a scratch recipe online. If you're looking for pre-made, dig around.
That's hard.
Somebody's got to be doing it by now. I gotta tell you about like actual cider donuts.
Hi, Fred.
I kind of think find the donuts and then dunk them in cider if you because it gets a real pain on the
know, but it's tough. I know. Because I was off gluten for a while, and it's hard.
If you have a specific issue that you're trying to treat, and if that issue is wheat, it's in everything. It's a real pain.
Yep.
I know. So I sympathize right there.
Yeah.
You're really going to look around for some of these things. It really leads you to make a lot of things. Also check very carefully.
The donuts will have soy. Oh, I know.
Oh.
Man.
Well, that's your second pain right there. The second thing that's in everything is soy. Wow, that's rough. Well,
I want to say,
putting out the call right now. Anybody on this call who knows about a good source or a good resource?
Well, and I keep thinking, Amy has this issue
for soy-free.
She must know people who do soy-free blogs.
Who's doing the cider donuts that don't have the soy donut of the week? Just saying.
And that's hard. That's hard. Soy's in everything. So,
wheat's in everything. Soy's in everything. It's cheap. Honestly, the wheat makes great bread. That's why.
Yeah.
The soy's in everything because it's cheap. That's why. In some cases, the soy is very good. If you have a sensitivity, forget it. So, I sympathize. I do. But it's just because, look, this stuff creeps in all over the place. Products you don't think have soy.
Well, yeah.
So.
You didn't do a cider topper, did you?
Of the rose, I did.
Did what? How much?
I just gave a splash. And that was an afterthought. You don't have to put that in there.
No.
I thought that it would be a good
Should
idea.
I?
No, don't put it in there.
All right.
Make the English rose as is. If you decide to find your local sour cherry cider and put it on top, yeah, that's up to you. I thought it was a good thing, just because I was a little envious of that cider, that's all.
Wait, okay, I gotta go back. We're missing comments here.
No cider alcohol, yeah.
All right, well, amen to that.
Fermented soy usually makes soy sauce, so no. Absolutely.
Coconut flour. Oh, yeah. Coconut flour, almond. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And, wait, hold on. I hate you, Facebook.
I hate you,
I hate you, Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
As substitutes.
A ham aspic dish. Oh my gosh. Arnie.
Well,
ham aspic.
Well, go to town.
That's nuts.
Send pictures.
Love
I'm
it.
interested. I really am. Ham and aspic sounds horrible, but
Fred says I have corned beef.
I think we've had plenty of things.
Right now. What? What? Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fred, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give every one of these posts a love, Fred. Because
Big love.
I love it.
Big love.
I love it. That's great. Okay.
Big fun coming through.
Must be a Doug thing. Oh my God. Okay, well, Arnie, we're all about doing a collaboration.
Drop the PMs. Let us know. Let's have some fun with this because we have certainly worked with gelatin in our time for over 10 years.
I have an idea.
We
it's
have
not
molds.
Is it a gelatin idea? I don't remember. I have an idea for a pie that we could make for this collaboration. That would be
interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Look, many things are a gelatin idea that you do not think are a gelatin idea. Like if you
wait, hold on. Many things are a gelatin idea that you do not think are a gelatin idea.
If you bake chicken and
I
just
gotta-
let it sit, it
I
becomes
gotta
a
write
gelatin
this down
idea.
because this is
saying.
just. Jerry says he doesn't think the Soylent Green has soy in it. I think you're right. I think Jerry is right, actually.
Well, it depends what you're talking
Jerry's
about.
right. Okay.
If you're talking about the novel Make Room, which is based on Soylent is actually soy and
What
lentils.
did you say?
If you talk about the movie, Soylent is something else entirely, and you'll have to watch the movie to find out. And if you're talking about the product that's on the shelves right now called Soylent, that is made out of soy.
What was your quote? Many things do not have soy that you think.
No, gelatin.
Wait, what was your quote?
Many things do not have Stop. Do not have gelatin.
Okay.
Wait a minute, you're mangling it. What is it?
I said mangling it. You're mangling it.
Many things have gelatin that you don't think have gelatin. That's it.
Many things have gelatin that you do not think have gelatin.
There you go. I'm thinking about you bake some chicken, then you let it sit, and then suddenly all this aspic forms. Refined collagen. That's gelatin. So there you go. I'm not going to say drink it, and I'm not going to say, oh, you got to eat that. But if you're talking about making a dish in aspic, that's how you do it.
So he said, many things have gelatin that you do not think have gelatin. This will be a meme tomorrow.
Well, I hope it is.
Paul's face right over it.
Oh, great. My face on a t-shirt. Many things have gelatin.
Soylent Green is people.
She gave it away.
Soylent Green.
Hilarious.
I love and hate Soylent Green.
Love-hate relationship with Soylent Green.
Yorkshire
pork pie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta get busy.
We're gonna really offend the vegetarians and vegans here, but
oh, Sandy, you guys have to watch the movie.
We already went there.
Have to.
Head
Soylent
cheese,
Green.
Anybody?
Yeah. Oh,
there we
Soylent Green. You gotta watch it. Do
If
it.
we want to start talking head cheese, I think we're talking massive amounts of gelatine. No, just two of those. Yeah.
Right.
Zoop.
That's
And
bad.
I think I'm going to fill up with a little bit of cider here.
No, don't kill all that cider.
Got half a bottle of cider.
All right.
You're doing fine. Yeah. You've never heard of it. Okay, so, well, you could actually find a Harry
Soylent
Harrison
Green
novel
people.
called Make Room, which is this very depressing dystopian futuristic
I have not read it.
sci-fi novel. I haven't read it either, but I've read the description, and it sounds like really, really dire.
You think of how that sounds. I haven't read it, but I read the description and it was depressing.
I read the Cliff Notes and, yeah. My shirt is actually 75% cotton and 25%
Dacron?
flax. So
Flax. No, I think there are a lot more man-made materials in this.
might be rayon. Could be rayon. That's a contrived material, although it is organic fibers.
Dacron, Orlon,
Rayon is organic fibers,
rayon,
whereas Dacron is polyester. So
Dacron polyester.
Dacron polyester. Definitely.
Is that's redundant? Dacron polyester.
Well, Dacron is polyester,
That's what I'm saying. It's redundant.
but it's a trade name, so you don't know what's in it, so they have to tell you what's in it. So there you go. I can hear you.
It's like high fructose corn syrup sugar.
Well, corn syrup doesn't say sugar, although it is. I will say that, Sandy, so there's there's a novel, and then there's the movie, and the movie is a different scenario. Different things happen in it. Quite different things happen in it, as a matter of fact.
I haven't seen.
It's enjoyable.
I haven't read the book. I've seen the movie.
It's enjoyable on its own terms, and it is equally depressing. It is like it is a completely hideous future. And if you take a look at it, Dateline, New York, 2022, 2 years off. This is your life. So I gotta say, pour a really tall one before watching this movie, and you'll go, oh wow, But that was the 70s when the future was going to be bleak. In recent years, we thought the future is also going to be bleak. So there we go. Thank you, Life. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So
I'm just thinking of Soylent Green because we watched it again recently, and yeah. Oh wait.
different kind of horror picture.
The kids just
Yeah, good question.
That's a good question.
These days, I'm not sure of the branding. There absolutely has to be sort of a professional cheat sheet out there for the kids trying to make it in high school and college. And it's probably called this, that, or the other. But at the end of the day, it's just graduate students writing synopses so you can actually do the quick version of these things. I hear you. I've used such things in my time, although ultimately all of our educators said, oh, well, that's just a shortcut. Yeah, well,
Who said that?
Everybody, all of my teachers ever said that they were a terrible idea.
All of them have said that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because they knew they were out there and they knew that people would want to cheat. So, I know, it's terrible. Wow. You should just read the book, they said.
Which book?
Depends.
Wait, Joe's here. Hi, Joe.
Joe says, yeah, it's called the internet. You got that right, my friend.
Oh my god. Wait, I gotta catch up.
70s sci-fi was black and lots of sense. Well, there was all of the space operas, like basically the space westerns, like Star Wars, although essentially that's a space eastern. Check the reference.
Okay.
There was stuff like Dark Star, which is hilarious. That's
Dark
pretty,
Star's good.
That's
yeah,
pretty dystopian, and that's pretty like depressing, but hilarious, absolutely
Yeah.
hilarious.
China Syndrome, yes.
Oh,
Wow.
and there you go. That's very Earth-based.
China Syndrome's awesome.
What's one I'm thinking of that's on a spaceship that contains all of the plants on Earth that has Bruce Dern?
I'm trying
Silent Running.
to give that.
Haven't
a
seen
love,
that
but
in
that's
so
okay.
long. I have no idea what the hell it's all about. But
Hi, Joe.
that's a fun one, kind of dystopian. Zardos. Oh, speaking of the recently departed Connery.
I knew we could. Logan's Run.
Take that off.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's dystopian. Horrible future.
I'm saying Logan's Run. All right.
Future like
Love
completely
it.
contained in a bubble.
Love it.
Everybody has to die at the age of 30.
I love it. Okay.
Yep.
Logan's Run. We need to do a Thanksgiving Logan's Run.
I think we need to like Thanksgiving dystopian
We'll need
movies.
to think of a way to tie this all together, but I'm enjoying it. So wait. Cliff notes.
Larger engineering documents. Oh, yeah. You need some examples. Jeez, I remember my college humor magazine did a whole takeoff on Cliff Notes. It would be such a dated reference now. Hilarious. I got to mention that to my old roommate. He'd have a good time with that. I'm trying to think
He's
of
1 degree of separation from here tonight.
Yeah, he is too. I'm trying to think of what else is like this, like 70s dystopian sci-fi. Well, Alien is not exactly dystopian, but it's really dismal. It's exactly like Dark Star without the sense of humor and the horror.
Dark Star's fun.
Dark Star is fun. Dark Star's really funny.
Well, I feel like it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, which means I could just watch movies.
Let's just sit in and watch movies. Boom.
All day
long. Fred has simply named it Planet of the Apes.
What?
Omega Man! There we go. Heston Trilogy.
Omega Man.
You get the big three. It starts with the apes, it continues with Omega Man, and then it proceeds with Soylent. Oh, wow. The future is bleak.
People.
Although if you watch apes carefully, they're supposed to be traveling like 3,000 years into the future.
Yeah.
So this whole idea that they came back where they started from is kind of absurd. But time warps and all that blah blah blah. But when they land in this desert landscape. They have no idea, and then the world turns really weird, and then it turns weirder. So who knows? But Apes is thoroughly enjoyable. Great picture. Franklin Schaffner. Definitely recommend it.
I love Planet of the Apes.
The whole series is great. The first one is really special.
We have the whole series. I really don't watch them all.
Yeah.
So if there's one that we should be watching,
I like.
let me know, because I'm all about the first one, and after that I'm like, I don't care.
Beneath is a really great sequel because it just sort of picks up where that left off. And then Escape From is extremely paranoid in a 70s sense. I really like that picture a lot. So, Omega Man. Lots of votes for Omega Man. Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price.
Trying to give it love.
I may have mentioned this before. There was a point where I was at work.
Trying to give it love.
I had borrowed The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price because I really wanted. I'd heard that was really great. So I was watching Last Man on Earth up in my cafeteria, and I look out on the South Street Seaport, and what do I see? They're filming a movie. What are they filming? They're filming The Last Man on Earth with Will Smith. So that was pretty meta. This is going back like easily more than 10 years. But yeah, that really happened. I thought that the one with Vincent Price was excellent. That's the prototype for all of the zombie pictures. Really bleak, sort of a futuristic, dystopian picture. They're not even called zombies. They're just these sort of empty shells that are attacking people. And of course, he's the man with the immunity. Oh, so well done.
All right, well, Facebook doesn't want me to love all your posts, but I do love all your posts.
Oh, must have made shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits?
What time do we come over?
I know. I want to transport myself too. Oh my gosh.
Remakes are good.
I love all these. You're talking amongst yourselves, and I love it.
Please.
Love it.
Let you rip.
Makes me so happy.
We give you something to go on because this is what we do here. So glad. Watch tomorrow for all the cocktail formulas. You can find them easily.
Well, one of them.
If you're a patron, you will find all of them.
All of them. But Lisa and Doug are both patrons.
I have been drinking English Rose. Of course.
I have been drinking.
I have been drinking it. Yeah.
I'm just saying that was kind of funny. All right. Oh, do you hear the sirens outside?
Oh, boy. Big fun locally. Gotta say, no matter what you do.
Nope, doesn't matter. All right. It is time, so.
About that time. We've had some fantastic things. I think 4 things.
This has been so much fun.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us. And if you were on YouTube and you ended up here, I'm going to say YouTube is crazy today.
Apparently, according to our correspondence, YouTube is down 95%.
Sorry.
Okay, I give up.
I give up
That's
too.
a crash. I can't do anything about that.
I don't know what to do.
If we were live on YouTube, I would consider myself fantastically lucky and unique, but we're not. So catch the replay.
We're not unique.
Catch the replay.
So, sorry.
Right. But we were here. You were here. We had a great time. Fantastic. Great discussions. It starts with what are you doing for Thanksgiving? It ends with dystopian future. That frequently happens around here.
I don't know what that says, but
big fun.
Yay!
Yeah.
Anyway, we will see you
as always soon.
Friday.
Oh,
with our spectacular spinning tree video.
Yeah.
And this weekend for cousin Glendora.
Glennie might just have another little episode for you.
will.
Check her out over on IGTV.
Yes.
Got a new series. It's going like gangbusters. But as always, we will see you soon.